Shalom, Yashrala. This your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Akim, pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here article real quick. It says U.S. economic bubble bigger than before 2008 crash. Peter Schiff tells RT's boom bust. All right. Now, just the other day, I did a video on Deutsche Bank pretty much starting to fail, man. All right. And if you really understand about those bigger banks and stuff like that, man, all right, you'll understand that really once those banks collapse, that's really the bank of the whole economy, man. All right. Because wow, they're the ones that set up all these other companies and things that you go to and you spend for. All right. I gave the analogy of, like the gas station 7-Eleven, right? You go to the 7-Eleven to get you some gas in your car when you run out of gas, right? But nevertheless, 7-Eleven also runs out of gas. So they they don't go to the gas station, but a gas truck is sent to them to fill them up. All right. So if 7-Eleven's gas station is out of gas and can't bring gas to 7-Eleven, then that means you can't get gas in your car. All right. Because why? Basically, their support system is wound up failing. All right. And now this is the same scenario with this Deutsche Bank, man. All right. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? This is the same thing that is going to have a ripple effect or globally, a global ripple effect, man. All right. And ultimately, this is just the end all be all for Babylon, man. All right. Everything is being turned down over here, man. All right. It says the U.S. economic bubble bigger than before 2008 crash. Peter Schiff tells RT boom bust. The U.S. Federal Reserve leaning toward rate cuts indicates that it's trying to keep the air from coming out of the stock market bubble, according to Euro Pacific Capital CEO Peter Schiff. In reality, if you understand what's going on with this stock market, it's some bullshit. It's some fake shit, man. All right. It's right now, basically, they're liquidating it. All right. Now, when they liquidate things like this, what they do is they prop it up with not really fake money, but, they'll wind up, what was it? I think Donald Trump wound up taking like a large amount of money, cut a large amount of money from somewhere and wound up putting it in the stock market to make the economy look like it's doing good. But really, you know what I'm saying? And also it tricks other people into putting their money into the stock market. Then they pull their money out. The government will pull their money back out of there. And you really just left with all the bullshit stocks. All right. Or just other people, they'll wind up, let's say, for instance, I know a company is some bullshit, right? And nobody really owns any shares in this company. It's just a little bullshit ass company, right? But then I'll go over there and I'll wind up buying up all the stock for this company. It's real cheap. I buy up all the stock for the company, right? Or start buying it all up. And people start seeing that these stocks is being sold rapidly, and people just start, how Jake is. You see one of us run, we all start running. We don't ask no questions. We just, we'll figure it out once we get there. All right. But nevertheless, this is what happens, They start telling people, with these new little apps like Acorn and shit like that, where they trying to get everybody to invest into the stock market. Any and everybody can invest now. It's never been easier to invest now. All right. They came out with this new credit score to where now, because everybody had fucked up credit from the 2008 crash, all right, losing their houses and their mortgages and things like that, man. Now you're trying to give people more credit so they can loan out more money. All right. The more money that they're loaning out, really, they can pull out their own real money in it, out of the system, while they writing IOUs. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or promissory notes. They're trying to fill the basket, take all the cash out and fill the basket with all these IOU notes to make it still seem like it's good. And only, the lower level people who they think it's a smart time to go do all of this shit. Just like how the housing market situation, man. When they have big deals like that going on, it's like you go to the damn grocery store, man. You know how much steak normally costs you at the damn grocery store, man. But now you're going to the grocery store and they want to start giving you steak basically for $1, man. All right. Or what is that shit? McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's, but I remember years ago, I was way younger and shit like that growing up. There was like certain times throughout the summer, I know at least where I live, where they would give away like double cheeseburgers or something like that. Give me a second. But they would wind up giving away double cheeseburgers, basically for like $0.25 a piece, man. All right. But nevertheless, what were they really doing, man? They were trying to get rid of the old shit, man. All right. This is what happens when you have a bad product. You wind up giving it away for these crazy ass deals, just like when the New Year's about to roll around really in October, November, that time. All right. Let's say it's 2019 right now. When it comes October, November, you'll wind up hearing at the car dealerships, they're giving all kind of deals on the 2019s because, the 2020s are about to start coming out, man. They come out in the fourth quarter of the year. So what? They want to get rid of all the older ones. So when they bring in the newer ones on the lot, you know what I'm saying? They're not sitting there looking at an older version of the car versus the newer version of the car at the same price. They will never sell the older version. So they'll put it on sale because they know that, hey, we about to have some newer shit there. We need to try to get what we can up out of this. Same with the stock market, man. They just basically having you put in your money while they pull out their money before they pull the plug. So the people who wind up losing would be all of us. Basically, they liquidate, you know, the lower class, and it ain't no middle class, but just the lower class, man. All right. It says he told Boom Bust that the U.S. is heading for a recession regardless of what the Fed does with the rates. Hey, it's inevitable, man. This whole system was set up just to fail, just to collapse, man. And when it collapses, it's gonna collapse heavily. Every system in the past has done this. This is what they do right before they go to war, man. They wind up how do I say? So basically, like you went and got a credit card and you'd have maxed out all the credit cards you can max out, and you keep getting more and more and more until they shut you down when your credit is completely destroyed. But in the time process, you know, you wind up racking up all this here debt, all right, and you wind up getting all these items and whatnot. You paying for it all, but then once they finally cut you off because your credit's so fucked up, all you do is like, all right, well, I done stored up all I need for the time being, but just, you know, go and file for bankruptcy. Then we can just start all the way over again. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they do these economies, man. They'll wind up draining one economy all the way out. They'll push the people all the way to their full servitude or whatnot. When they get tired of serving and everything like that, then they just pretty much liquidate it and start over somewhere else, man. But this is ultimately going to be the last time that Esau is going to be in power, man. This is the last time that we're going to see any of these things, all right? When Babylon fall this time, that's going to be it, all right? It says this isn't even a good economy. It's a bubble. Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, doesn't seem to understand that, all right? They do understand this. They know that this is a goddamn bubble, man. They knew it was a bubble from when they did the bailouts, man. That's all that shit was back in those days. It was just a Band-Aid, you know what I'm saying? Like going back to the credit card situation. You done maxed out one credit card, and all you did was you went and applied for another credit card to pay off the other credit card bills. But, you know, it's like, you know, you got a credit card for $5,000, right? And you done maxed that shit out. Now you got a credit card for $7,000, right? Well, you're gonna immediately max it out to pay off the other credit card. Now you're left with $2,000. So you're gonna slowly spend up that $2,000, and when you're done with that one, you're gonna go get another credit card for like $10,000. You're gonna pay off the 5, the 7, you know, all together, and then you know what I mean. You're gonna keep going until again you at the very end, and then they will basically say, look, man, your credit score is at a 0, and you have to file for bankruptcy, man. All right, and that's what they're doing here, man. All right. The strategists explained that the Feds has inflated a much bigger bubble this time than it did prior in the last crash. All right, so what? This is something they planned. All right, this was how do I say? Well, this was planned out. This was the outcome that they wanted. All right, just like in the housing market crash, they did all those what they call subprime mortgage loans and everything like that, just because they knew they can get a lot of people into that. All right, get them into these homes and eventually evict them out of the homes and fuck up their credit to where they can't get no more homes or jobs. All right, now they'd be homeless, man. All right, so they can further put people under further subjection. All right. It says Schiff, who predicted the 2008 financial crash, says the coming recession is going to be inflammatory. According to him, it will be stagflation, except it's going to be a recession, not just stagnation. Oh, wait, Salak. According to him, it will be stagflation, except it's going to be a recession, not just stagnation. The inflation rate is going to be far higher than it was last time in the 1970s. All right. And you seen what happened in 2008 when that financial market, how do I say, when the financial market crashed at that point in time, all right? And you see, we still pretty much fucked up in that scenario right now, man. People tell you the economy is good, but why everybody got to have a damn Uber job or Uber Eats job? You know, these so-called gig jobs, man. Because why? Everybody credit fucked up. It ain't no jobs. All these businesses wind up getting consolidated. Don't nobody have nothing, so can't nobody go get nothing, man. All right, but now they, like I said, they come out with these new credit ratings and these new apps for stocks and stuff like that to make you feel like the economy's still rolling and everything like that. So you'll be dumb enough to put your shit in there. So when they pull the plug, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you don't want to get caught. All right, here's another example. You know, we didn't figure some shit out. So we going over here, we robbing this place. We done found out that the back door be open. So we've been hitting this spot up the whole time. You know, all night long we've been hitting this one spot up. But now I know that the owner gonna come in an hour, right? But, you know, I done got all the shit that I need now. And I'd be like, all right, fuck it. I ain't going to go for that last trip because I'm going to wind up getting busted. However, when homeboy show up, he going to know he been robbed because all his shit gone. But I don't want him coming looking for me So what I'll do is I'll go find another motherfucker and go tell him, like, look, bro, that back door open over there, but shit, you better go get that shit while you can. Send another motherfucker over there so he'll get caught with his hands red-handed. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they doing. I done made it off with all the damn goods, but you the one took the fall for it, man. This is what they trying to get you to do in this here economy, just like it happened in the 2008 time, man. All right, they want to build out all these banks and whatnot, just printing more money to put into these people's pockets, man. All right, when they said that, oh, couldn't nobody pay their bills and the banks couldn't pay their bills, so what they want to do, bailing out the banks themselves, so the banks didn't really see no losses. All right, but they just further put you into debt, man. Made you owe more and more money, man. Make you have to work more and more jobs, man. All right, but this is the end all be all for Babylon, man. Are you seeing a lot of financial instability across the globe right now? People hoarding gold and taking gold. People sending the American dollar back, man. All right, trying to go to war with America. All right, then you also have this economy. Hey, people keep saying the stock market is going up, going up, going up, but that's you peons just putting your little bit of chips inside of there in hopes of you trying to make it rich over here, man. But what you don't realize is that all this shit is all counterfeit anyway, man. All right, you about to get caught with the counterfeit shit, man. All right, you think you getting a damn deal. Somebody done told you got some dude over here selling some shit for you over here, but then you go, oh, we got it over there for a good deal or whatever, whatnot. Come to find out, they the police or the shit fake, or they gonna just steal your money anyway, man. All right, they're just taking your money away from you. All right, let me grab some scriptures real quick. Let's start here in the book of let me start in the book of Isaiah. It's Isaiah 14:6, I believe. 14 and 4. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased and the golden city ceased? All right. How the hell is the richest, most glorious nation on the planet Earth going broke, man? How come there's people starving here, man? How come you got all these unemployed people here, man? How come you got all these damn calamities and shit going on over here in the so-called golden city, man? The best nation on the planet Earth, man. The richest nation on the planet Earth, man. The biggest economy on the planet Earth, man. Yeah, you got the biggest economy, but you also got the most debt than the whole planet Earth, man. You see what I'm saying? So in reality, this is how the golden city is ceasing, man. They waxing worse and worse. It's like you got a big ass pickup truck, right? That can haul a whole bunch of shit in the back, but you done weighed it down so bad that the truck can't go nowhere, man. You about to just blow the motor because why? You got too big of a fucking haul in the back of your truck. What your truck is made to haul shit, but you didn't overhaul. You didn't overweigh down the truck, man. Now you trying to take off with the shit. You just blew out your goddamn tranny. You blew the motor and everything like that. You just fucked it all up, man. All right, and that's what's going on to this here economy, man. They're gonna just keep going further and further and further in the debt. Then ultimately, this is how it always ends, man. They'll wind up. This is what they do to these other nations, man. They'll wind up getting them into like what these international bankers do. They'll get them into these loans and things like that, to where the nation has to borrow, keep borrowing more and more money to the point to where they can't pay it back. And then when they can't pay it back, they'll move in with a military and liquidate everything and take all the resources. Now they got it a whole new place, and they'll just start back over, man. And the people will be prepped for it already because they'll be living in poverty, just like America right now. You got all these Americans living in poverty and shit right now, man. All right. So what? If this economy was to, let's just say hypothetically, this economy was to collapse, there was a war that took place over here, and the other side wanted prevailing, but this place wasn't completely destroyed, and there was people still here. All right. These people that's here now would have lost everything, which they already losing. They didn't already lost everything now. But if they was to restart into this same society back over again, all right, but being at the bottom of the barrel, they'd be happy with taking whatever crumbs that they could get, because right now they ain't really got shit now. So any crumb that you give them, you see what I'm saying, would be, hey, that's like you got a doctor that's been working at a hospital for 40 years or some shit like that, wind up losing his job, can't find employment nowhere. All right, then they finally call him up and offer him a job at the McDonald's, man. He'll take that shit like, shit, any job better than no job, man. I got to pay these bills, man. I got to feed my kids, man. I got to do whatever I got to do to make sure I can make ends meet, man. All right. Let me go from there to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Or verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine. All right. Yeah, all these philosophies, his doctrines, and the bullshit he be talking about. All right. Oh, yeah, you can keep borrowing, just borrow from the International Monetary Fund or whatever, whatnot, or just buy into our stocks, buy into this. Hey, just like how you got Acorn and all these different things now. Put your money into the stock market. It's easier now to buy stocks than ever, man. Yeah, but all this shit is collapsing. So those little bit of crumbs that you did have in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, you can spend money, and all the little change, it rounds up to $1. You can put that in the stock market. So you go to the store, you spend $1.50. That means they're going to put 50 cents into your stocks. Really, you just losing all your goddamn money anyway. They just using that money to prop up the market just to pull it all out from up under them, all right, or up under you. All right, it says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a proverb against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. All right. Point there is to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Bro, you don't want to put yourself in all this goddamn debt, and you still trying to go further and further in the debt, man. All right. How long? You know what I'm saying? Woe to this motherfucker, like, cuz. What you think is gonna happen? It's like a motherfucker went and got a credit card and max that bitch out and trying to go get another credit card. Like, all right, dog, you done got 5 credit cards and you paying them bitches off with another credit card. How long you gonna keep doing this shit until what? They deny your damn credit? Then when you get into that position, bro, your credit score gonna be at a 0. You ain't gonna be able to get a job to pay none of this shit back. And even if you do get a damn job, they're gonna garnish all your wages. So you're gonna be working for free. So you think you living good now, but ultimately you really not, man. Are you laden in yourself with thick clay, man? With all this heavy debt, man? And you can't pay your shit off, man. Or how people go and get a new car, wind up trading that car in for another car, trade that car in for another car. Like, bro, you never paid off the first car. So the rest of that first car is going on top of your second car. Let's say you bought a $10,000 car, traded it in, and you only paid off $5,000 on the car. You got another $10,000 car. Well, the new $10,000 car is now $15,000 because you still got to pay off the other rest of the $5,000. You go get another $10,000 car, you trade that in, and you know what I'm saying, you add another $5,000 to that. Now this $10,000 car costs $20,000. You gonna keep going, like, bro, how the fuck you paying for an $80,000 car, a $10,000 car, but you got to pay $80,000 on this motherfucker, man? You gonna never get up out of that shit, man. All right, and this is how a lot of our people get stuck into these financial traps. But ultimately, this is the trap that Esau is stuck in right now. All right, let me go from there to the book of Proverbs. This is Proverbs 13:22. It says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children, and the wealth of a sinner is laid up for the just. All right, so it says a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children. But what is Esau leaving for? You know how they say here in America, well, shit, I ain't gonna be around for this. My grandkids, great grandkids, gonna have to pay for all of this, man. This national debt is going, oh yeah, we'll pay for it now, but we'll, further generations are gonna have to pay for all of this, so on and so forth, man. So it says a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children, and the wealth of a sinner is laid up for the just. All right, but nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? Esau is basically set up his kingdom based off a system of debt. Every dollar that you have in circulation here is amount of debt. All right, it's a promissory note to pay back plus interest. All right, so from the very beginning, once they went into this or what they I think it was the Federal Reserve Act. Once they started printing out the Federal Reserve or printing out Federal Reserve notes, all right, that was the beginning of the end, man. All right, because why? As soon as that first dollar bill came off the printing press, it came associated with some interest attached to it. All right, and in order to pay off that interest, you got to borrow more money, man. All right, just like if you have a business, all right, and you got to pay your employees, and the people that's paying you for your services, that's just not gonna hit your bank account for another 60 days. You got to wind up getting a loan to be able to pay your employees off until you can get your payment back. All right, so you paying them off with hopes that these people gonna pay their bill. And they're going to wind up being able to pay you back. You'll be able to pay the bank back off, all right, and still make a little bit of profit by paying them, after paying them a little bit of interest, all right? But at the end all be all, this is going to cause a cascading effect, man, all right? Everything, all this debt is being laid up, but what? Now it's about to have to be consolidated, man, all right? This is Matthew chapter 6 and 19. Matthew 6 and 19, it says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. All right. And so, on one fold, you know what I'm saying? This is, doomsday prepping. I talk about this quite often. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with doomsday prepping, but you got to be doing the right doomsday prepping, man. All right. You got to be spiritually doomsday prepping. All right. Wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of that time, man. This is what you need to be grabbing. This is what you need to be investing in. All right. Investing in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, because that's going to be your salvation, your meal ticket to get up out of here, man. All right. But if you're over here investing in Babylon, trying to make it rich, and man, I'm about to go into the stock market and make me a whole lot of money, whatever, whatnot. Hey, man, all this shit is going to collapse, man. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is on the verge of collapse, and it's all in the news right now, man. You don't even have to take our word for it. Esau's telling you this in the mainstream media news as we speak now. All right. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. All right, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So look, your main focus shouldn't be trying to get a bag here and trying to, man, I'm about to get, advance myself and be, level up or whatnot when it comes to economics, man. Nah, because at the end all be all this is going into missile food anyway, and they about to liquidate all this stuff anyway, man. All right, they about to consolidate everything that they got here, man. This here system is going out of how do I say, going out of style, man, going out of business. All right, this is This is Luke 12:32. It says, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. All right, so what? You might have the thought in your mind, man, what we always got to be broke, man? What we always got to be at the bottom of the barrel? Well, we in captivity. We in these curses. But the good news is we at the end all be all, man. All right, we about to get broken up out of jail right now. You don't hear the riots outside of the prison right now? That's them about to break in to come get us up out of here. Yeah, we in jail right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get up out this bitch, man. All right? So it says, fear not, little flock, for your Father's good pleasure is to give you the kingdom. This ain't the place where, this is not our rest, man. You shouldn't be trying to store up things here in Babylon, buy that new big ass house or whatever, whatnot, so on and so forth. Because why? This economy is about to collapse, man. All right, this is all going to be all over with. And this ain't your kingdom anyway. You about to get your kingdom and everything else plus some, all right? So it says, verse 34, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right, and we just basically read the same thing, man. All right, so you have to keep your mind focused on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua on this, through these last times, man, because things is gonna get worse and wax worse and worse, man. Especially this economy, man. But you can't be fretting and tripping out and, oh my God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Blah blah blah. Hey, man, this is all about to, go away, man. All right, all this is about to be liquidated, man. All right, but nevertheless, this is our reward is what? The kingdom of heaven, man. So all the things you think you lose in here, you about to get that 100-fold in the kingdom of heaven anyway, man. And everything is gonna be on a way better scale, man. It's gonna be way better than this anyway, man. So we should be rejoicing at the downfall of our enemies' kingdom, all right, as the economies collapsing and things like that. When you hear about these things on the news and stuff like that, man. Oh fuck, man, economy collapsing, the economy bad, employment rate is all extra high, and ain't no jobs. Hey, you should be rejoicing at that, man. Not really fretting at that, because wow, this is the end of your captivity, man. This is like you in prison, and then they ain't got money to pay the prison guards no more, so they had to fire a lot of guards. They ain't got no money for this. They got to turn this off. Yeah, things is kind of getting shitty for you in prison. They cutting back on the food, y'all getting the electricity, so on and so forth. You got to be locked down longer time periods because they got less guards now. But ultimately, they gonna run out of steam soon, and then they're gonna have to shut down that prison, which means they're gonna have to either release your ass or relocate your ass to a better place, man. And that's where we at right now. It's time for us to be this place to be liquidated and us to be removed up out of our captivity and set into the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this your lesson was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.